The story comes to us from Cleveland19.com. Out of Canton, Ohio, this is one where I'm going to let you all decide on this one. But I'm going to make some comments, a comment or two here. The wife of a Canton man shot and killed by a police officer on New Year's Day is demanding justice, saying her husband was the one placed in an unsafe situation by police. Hear me out here. According to the Canton police, officers went to the 2300 block of 10th Street Southwest on Saturday after getting a call about shots being fired. This was at New Year's Eve. Midnight comes, now it's New Year's, it's Saturday, and everybody starts shooting their guns in the air. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Police said an officer confronted a man on scene and the man started shooting. Canton Police Chief Jack Angelo said the officer feared for his safety and shot the man. The man was taken to the hospital where he later died. He's been identified by the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation as 46-year-old James Williams. Williams' wife, Marquetta, told 19 News that they were in their backyard ringing in the new year when the shooting happened. She said, "My husband and I both went out there to shoot guns in the air, like everyone does to celebrate." She said James, known by his friends and family as Roe, was behind a 6-foot high wooden privacy fence. She said you can't see in the fence and you can't see out. Marquetta said her husband wasn't firing at an officer, rather he was still shooting in the air, and even more, didn't know the police were on the other side of the fence because it's this wooden fence. You can't see in, you can't see out. It's just, the cop heard shots and just, did he shoot through the fence? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, she told 19 News, "We didn't know who it was when it happened because nobody said anything. They didn't say stop, freeze, police, nothing. They just shot him." Williams said her husband was the one put in the unsafe situation, not the police officer. Williams said his life was in danger because you didn't announce yourself. That's cold-blooded, and I'm not going to rest until he does get justice, period. She told 19 News that the plans for protests are in the works, along with a vigil for her husband. A spokesperson for the Ohio BCI said no officers were injured in the shooting. The officer is on administrative leave, that's a common procedure for a shooting. Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation will investigate the shooting, and the spokesperson said their investigation is active and ongoing. There is a request for body camera footage that has been made. She said, "Look, all we did was go out and shoot our guns in the air. My husband was the one put in an unsafe situation." No, ma'am. You need to understand something. What goes up must come down. And when you shoot a gun in the air, when you fire your gun in the air, those bullets that go up have to come down. And if he shoots at a little bit of an angle, down the street, boop, on somebody's head. So, the bullets, when they come down, they don't come down and go bink. They shoot people. They could scratch a face. They could, even pierce somebody. So, yeah, shooting guns in the air isn't safe. Everybody thinks you shoot a gun in the air. Woo, I'm not shooting at anybody. But that bullet that goes up is coming down again. And if somebody's standing there, they're going to get hit. So, but does that warrant the death penalty? No, I don't think that warrants this man having been shot by the police the way he was. I think they should have said, hey, who's shooting over there? Or whatever. They knew it was New Year's Eve. They know what people do on New Year's Eve. They shoot their guns in the air. But this cop freaked out, heard gunshots, and said, "Now I got my chance. I hear gunfire. Bam, 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 bam." I really want to see that body camera footage. It hasn't been released yet because it's an ongoing and active investigation. But I wanted to bring this one to you just because of the questions here, particularly firing the gun in the air. Is that as safe as people think? No. And you've seen the wooden fence. You can't see in, you can't see out. Who's telling the truth here? Her or the police? He feared for his safety because he heard gunfire? Or was he peeking through a knothole?